There once was a city in the south named Meridian, the Queen City, earning its place as one of the most violent cities in all of Mississippi, with its 1 out of 23 chances of being a victim of a crime if you live outside the bad part. Don't even get me started on the rougher side of the city. But you don't care about nobody's city crime, do you? Obviously not. You're here for a story. This one starts in this nobody city on a summer night in a hangout called Rand Cave. A red-headed girl sits in a booth, her feet on the seat opposite of her, feeling useless. Her brother's funeral had taken place last week, and her father had been a mess ever since the incident had presented itself. Her and her other siblings were over it, but her father? He was utterly inconsolable. So Isabella Byrnes, the girl in the spotlight, felt the urge to do something. Something that would brighten up her father's day again. Isabella wondered how her father had managed to hide her brother's death from the whole town for 2 months. Meridian folk had eyes and ears everywhere. Surely someone would have noticed by now. She guessed someone did. Denis.
Jaden died.
Wait, what? When?
Almost 2 months ago.
How and why? I'm just hearing this.
My dad likes keeping his privacy.
Well, he isn't that good at hiding his grief.
Yeah, he's a complete wreck.
You still didn't answer my third question.
Do I want a refill?
You're not getting one until you explain how Jaden just dropped dead from day to night.
Blackmail! Neat. I don't know all the details, but apparently he was stabbed and shot in the face and chest until he was no more. There was literally no body left for the showing. Not that many people were allowed to come anyway.
It was a lot. I get you your room, Mia.
No, you stay. Now that you know what's burdening me, you're going to help me get rid of it.
Get rid of what? Your brother's death?
My father's grief. He hasn't been torn apart since...
Your mother. Look, I get your frustration, but grief is normal. I'm sure your father will be healed soon, Isabella.
But that's the thing, Denis. This grieving over my brother isn't normal. Jaden and Dad couldn't stand each other. My dad was constantly trying to get people to rough up my brother, physically and verbally. My brother stole money from my dad whenever he wanted.
What are you suggesting?
I'm saying that he could be guilty.
Your father? Killing someone?
It's possible.
Yeah, in some crazy alternate reality.
Honestly, that guy was totally hitting on me. I mean, giving me a discount. Could he be more subtle?
There was an off sale, that's why I wanted to go.
Yeah, but I never use a discount. He should know that personally offends me. He's calling me poor.
I'm sure that you just started working there. And you're the one who is insinuating that I'm poor.
Stop defending him, Cate. He should be fired.
And you should be quiet, you're making a scene. You brought your credit card, right?
Never take it off me.
Good, because you're paying.
That's the plan, since Dad gave me a credit card for my 15th birthday last... Oh, look who it is.
Oh, great.
Elle, there is no need to make a scene. I'll be right with you.
No, you don't get to defend her this time, Veras. She must pay for her crimes.
Yeah, right. But you still owe me $16 from that time on Jackson Child's Museum in 3rd grade.
Not that, Catherine. She planned her birthday party on the same day as me.
You're still not over that? That was almost 2 months ago.
But it's more well-founded than Cate's reason. No offense.
No hard feelings. You mind taking my order, Denis?
Not at all.
You're seriously just leaving me with this nut job?
Duty calls, Bella. I honestly want to help you, but I can't do so without getting in trouble with your father. It's natural, don't worry.
I would appreciate that more if you stayed.
What was that all about? Did you two finally decide to make it official?
Can't two individuals be just friends? He's like an older brother to me.
After you lost your own?
Huh? How the hell did you know that?
Aunt went to the memorial service. I won't tell anyone if you promise never to another party in your high school career. That was a poor attempt that morning, by the way.
Would you just shut up? Shout it from the rooftops for all I care. I'm done with you agonizing my summer.
Agonizing me?
Yes, you, peacock. You better get one thing straight. I'm not your little toy. I'm not Cate, and I'm certainly not your brother.
Mention him one more time and you will have another thing coming.
Jergens.
Here's your Sunday.
Elle!
This is just the beginning.
That was a perfectly good Sunday.
We're living.
But this plate and spoon are Red Case property.
I heard these are Veras family heirloom. You can sell it on eBay or something.
Or not your name, kids. Goodness, Isabella, your COVID on Sunday. What happened?
Jergens happened. Give me some of those napkins, will you?
Yeah, and then I'm driving you home.
Dad, I'm home.
I don't know I was a father.
Please, hi. If you're here, then that means
It's you. Please go back where you came from.
this is my house too, Joey. I'm not going anywhere.
Cut your sister some slack, Joe. She probably is going through a hard time too.
He knows?
Of course. I snuck him into the funeral because I was bored.
So you didn't have bowl syndrome?
Nope. Just a cover.
Very messy cover.
Hello, Isabella. Joey. Blaze. I thought I told you to help me move my TV to Jaden's room. Run for your life, please.
Bye, Isabella.
Come back. Ugh. Those two meddlesome kids. How was your day? Hold that thought. Those might be the new lights I got for my room.
You're moving into Jaden's room?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. Isn't it too soon?
Sounds like someone's still holding on. Oh, it's just a letter. For you.
I wonder who it's from. No return address. This must have been hand-delivered.
Probably just a prank. There was no one outside.
I'm gonna open it.
Whatever floats your boat. I'm going to start dinner. Dad's coming home late. Again.
Okay.
Dear Isabella, I have placed a USB of footage in this letter for you. You may use this information in whatever way you want, however, so can I. There was more to Jaden than met the eye.
Zara!
Yeah?
Call the police!
So, Miss Byrnes, when did you receive this letter?
Just a few minutes ago.
Do you recognize the angle of the footage that's on the USB?
Yeah, it's the corner of the gazebo that points to my room.
Do you have a permission to check the gazebo?
Anything to keep that stalker from continuing. The next day, Isabella felt more relaxed, although the camera and her father's late homecoming still had her questioning.
All of that in one night? Whoa, Isabella, your life is definitely much more interesting than mine.
But the fear factor isn't in the least exhilarating.
Did you look at any of the footage?
No, only the beginning to see what the fuss was about. But that's it.
You should have listened to the footage. It would have helped you.
Help me with what?
Think about it. You could use the footage to conduct an investigation into Jaden's death. Get written up your father's day for sure.
How would you know what the note said? I never told you.
Hey, I need some service.
Call me. I'll talk to you later, Bella.
I'm sure we will.
Trouble in the paradise?
Not so much anymore.
This is real gold, and gold of you. My mother will be informed of this, and your father will be next.
This point, my father won't even be there to take your mom's call. Jane! Elle needs some assistance. She made a bit of a mess.
Oh gosh, Elle, didn't you say you're excellent at table manners?
Just shut up and do your job. This was a new shirt.
You should have thought about that before messing with Isabella. Here's your order.
Next time, tell your girlfriend to be aggressive elsewhere, anywhere that isn't in public, actually.
You didn't give her much of a choice last
Oh.
time.
Whatever. Resume your work. You're boring me.
When back at her house, Isabella was met with the source of her bad feeling all day. In her backyard lay the body of the cop that had helped her the night before, the allegedly disabled camera in his hand, and a note on the floor. Zoom recording.
Catching me will be harder than you think. If you won't accept my help, it's time to turn the tables. You cross me, I'll cross you, like the one that plays says. You'll rue the day.
Zoom recording.
You'll be the one ruining the day, Fox Menace.
Isabella?
Dennis, what are you doing
You
here?
run out of the rain cave with a storm, more aggressive than usual. I mean, I just want to make sure you didn't blow up.
Really? And it wasn't to retrieve your camera?
Camera? What cameras? And why is a dead guy in your backyard?
I thought you'd know. You mean to say you're not the one that set the cameras up as help?
No, if I was ever going to do something like that, I'd obviously ask your permission first.
Okay, well, can you find a way for us to watch the footage off this camera? The Menace must have accidentally recorded themselves.
The Menace, huh?
It's the least of my creativity. Zara came up to me with something worse that isn't in the least bit repeatable.
Huh. I'm sure she did.
Don't give that much credit. Do you think they'll figure it out, sir? Don't underestimate anyone. If Meridian is to be yours, then you must handle your enemies as equals.
Hi, I'm Melody. I play Isabella Byrnes, and for the outro, I'm just gonna read whatever's on the screen right now. The Queen City, Season 1, Episode 1, titled Pilot. Written and directed by Rebecca Sage Diaz. Starring me, Melody, as Isabella Byrnes. Rebecca Sage Diaz as Joey Byrnes. Zara Byrnes, Brandon the narrator, and the camera. Allana Matos as Elle Jergens. Dara Gomes as Catherine Lang. Fred Brito as Denis Veras and Officer Khan. Guest starring Jason Diaz as Blaze Lopez and additional voices by Mario Gomes. Dara Gomes, Yaretzi Macala, and Rebecca Sage Diaz. Tune in next time to solve this week's mystery.
Remember, we can't continue posting this series if there aren't 25 to 45 views on this episode. We, the cast and crew, put a lot of work into this, and we wouldn't want our effort to be in vain. If you're interested in joining the cast, DM me on Instagram at Rebecca Sage Diaz, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible with a response. Quick PSA, the narrator is only in the pilot due to introduction reasons. If you didn't like this aspect of the show, don't worry, it's gone for good. Until further notice.
Don't forget to share this with your friends and family. Thank you so much for listening.
This has been a Rebecca Sage production and a collaboration with Diaz Drama Entertainment.